Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about how I grew my natural hair. When people see my fro, they assume that either I've been natural all of my life or my natural hair journey is at least like 4 or 5 years in length. Neither of those are true. I actually got relaxers most of my life, all through high school, elementary school, middle school, but I didn't go natural until 2011 was my last perm. September 2011 was my last relaxer. And then I developed heat damage, so I had heat damage all through 2011, and then 2012, the summer of 2012, I eliminated heat. I started to feel like my curls were coming back, but then I decided to give myself my own big chop where I was literally just trying to trim off the pieces that were straight or just nasty. Underestimated how many there were, and I ended up with an uneven cut. I couldn't really do like bantu knots or any type of afro style because it was just so short and I didn't feel comfortable with it. So I went back to the straightener, which means heat damage came back. I straightened my hair every 2 weeks. Like I would straighten it and I would pin it all to one side so that you couldn't see that my hair was uneven. It wasn't until I washed my hair on January 20, I think it was the 25th, because the whole big chop went through midnight. But so I think I washed it the night of the 25th, and I saw that my curls were coming back, and I called my friend Qual, like, girl, you gotta cut this. Like, we gotta cut this. Your girl is natural. I got enough length. I feel comfortable. We have to cut this off. So I went to her house. She cut it off. Boom. I had a little bit of hair. I'll insert a photo from Instagram in the video so that you can see how small my fro was. And even though it was small, I only felt comfortable because it was actually curly. There weren't any straggly pieces. Everything curled up. From that photo, that was taken in January 2015. Here I am, February 2017, and I have so much hair. So I'm here to spill the beans and tell my secrets, basically. First, I washed my hair every week. Every week water was hitting my hair in large amounts. I didn't shampoo per se because shampooing is like cursed in the natural hair community. So when I transitioned into natural hair and I big chopped and everything, I eliminated shampoo. Then I remember it was like my 4th time co-washing and I felt like my curls were not coming in. My hair just felt like a big frizz ball. Wasn't really much definition. I was like, what in the world is going on? And I'm like, okay, maybe I need to actually cleanse my hair. So I went and bought some shampoo, cleansed it. Hair was still not acting right. I didn't know what to do. I assumed it was damaged, that I broke it somehow, like I always do. But ever since that one day, my curls never really been the same. I don't know, I think maybe they just matured. I don't know, I wish they'd go back. But I kept co-washing, so even though my hair was changing, it was still growing and curling up. Washed every week. Water was hitting my hair every week. I co-washed. It wasn't until that one time that I started shampooing, and even still I only shampooed when I felt like, all right, I needed to clear the buildup. My favorite co-washes, like I said, were Tresemme Naturals, and as I am coconut co-wash. Tresemme Naturals is discontinued and has transitioned to Tresemme Botanique, and I used the coconut aloe one once Naturals was discontinued. Secondly, I did regular irregular trims, if that makes any sense. So I don't have like a every 6 months I'm gonna trim my hair or anything like that. This section here in the front of my hair, I can see like small strands that people who are talking to me cannot see. And when I'm looking at those strands, if I see that they are split, even if it's just one of them, I'm like, okay, I need to go home and I need to trim. Or if I'm styling my hair and my ends are just really rough, raggedy, they aren't curling, they aren't participating, they're straight, wavy, straggly, whatever, it's time to chop. And in the beginning of my natural hair journey, I chopped a lot because I had just got a big chop. Everything was curling. So if I washed my hair, I knew that my hair was not damaged. So if I washed my hair and it wasn't curling, I was cutting it off. So regular, irregular trims. Listen to your hair. Don't feel like you have to formulate some type of schedule just because other people have a schedule. The third practice that I did was I moisturized often. Before I wrap my hair up at night, I would spray it with a water bottle that had basically 3/4 of the bottle was water. There was a few squirts of Tresemme Naturals. There was olive oil, grapeseed oil, argan oil, and coconut oil in there. spray my hair with that. Then I would take some coconut oil and scrunch it into my hair. And then I use my favorite moisturizer, absolute favorite. You don't see me using it because it costs an arm and a leg and I'm a natural on a budget. Haven't purchased it since like 2015. But favorite moisturizer is As I Am's Double Butter Moisturizing Cream. That stuff is amazing. But I did that every day. So before I went to bed, sectioned it, sprayed it with water, with my water mixture, put coconut oil on it, then scrunched in the As I Am Double Butter Moisturizing Cream. When I woke up, fluff it out, shake it out, and I would probably most likely put argan oil in my hands, on my hands and my fingertips while I'm like fluffing it and stuff, just to make sure that I'm not making more frizz than it's already there. And my fingers are not ruining my hair. There's oil on it to let it just glide on it. Moisturize daily, every night, all the time. You can never have enough. I don't protective style now, and I did not protective style then. I've always had an allergy to cankalon fiber, so I've never been one to get braids constantly. So weaves were almost non-existent. My last weave was like 2012, and I big chopped in 2015. I did not protective style. It was wash and goes every day. Twist outs were a fail for me still in the beginning. Bantu knots were not happening because my hair was too short. It was literally wash and go every week. When I first cut my hair, I couldn't wash it, you know, just once a week because it was so short. I would wash like every 3 days. Just like I do now, I did back then. I detangled with tools. I had a wide tooth comb. The same tools I have now were still around back then. My favorite products were Tresemme Naturals, coconut oil, of course, As I Am Coconut Co-Wash, the As I Am Double Butter Moisture Cream, and olive oil and grapeseed oil stayed in my stash, as well as argan oil. Although I washed my hair every 3 days or every week, I didn't deep condition. I don't know why, but deep conditioning is just so hard when you're a college student. Like especially if you live in a dorm where your bathroom is not connected to your room, you don't want to take a shower, do all this washing, get out, go sit somewhere for 30 minutes to deep condition, then walk back to that shower stall. I'm like a low-key germaphobe, and I hated that stuff. I hate taking a shower, getting out, drying off, and then getting back in. Especially like if I get in and I don't wash up, I'm just there to wash my hair. I hate that. I don't like it. So that's why now my wash days start in the shower and they end at the sink. When I was in college, deep conditioning was a struggle. So I rarely ever deep conditioned, but when I did, my favorite deep conditioners were One and Only Argan Oil's Hydrating Mask and Shea Moisture's 10-in-1 Super Fruit Complex. It comes in the purple jar. I didn't do like apple cider vinegar rinses that much. I only did those probably like 5 times between 2015 and now. In the beginning, YouTube was like my book of virtues for natural hair. I followed all the rules. Then it was like later on down the road when I realized like I have to listen to my hair. I have to tailor these tips to how my hair is. I cannot rely on YouTube as my sole teacher of how to handle my hair. This is my hair. I have yet to find a YouTuber who has hair as complicated as mine, which is why I started my own channel. Well, if you found a YouTuber whose hair is super frizzy, will and sweat, and then when it's dry it looks like this, you let me know. Leave them in the comment section so I can check them out because we need to be friends. I'm just 2 years in the game. I big chopped January 26, 2015. It's now February. 2 years have gone by. I went from curls that, let's see, stop like right here to this. And if I stretch it out, we're like boob length right now. Past armpit length. Oop, oop. I eliminated heat. The only time I would use heat is if I was diffusing. I was like the diffuse queen when I first started. Protein treatments aren't really a thing for me. I've probably had a protein treatment like 4 times in my entire natural hair journey. And when I say that, I mean from when I got my last relaxer in 2011. So from 2011 to 2017, I probably had like 4 protein treatments. I don't like them. They're too hard for me to do. With all of this hair, my hair is still thick when it's wet. So applying a protein treatment and trying to get it dried rock solid is just too much work for me. I don't want to do that, so I don't do it. I kept up a good diet like I always do. I drink lots of water. I don't drink soda, and I'm not a big juice drinker, so water is really my only source of hydration. I eat really well. I don't like fatty stuff. I'm like a salad girl. Like, I would choose a salad over a meat any day. I like meatless pastas. I like veggie bowls, veggie pizzas, veggie things like that. So I keep my hair properly maintained, and I keep my body properly maintained. But that's how I grew my hair to this size. I won't say this length because people associate my hair with how big it is. When people hear that anybody's talking about how they grew their hair, I feel like they're waiting for some holy grail magic tip, and I don't have that. I'm sorry. I just try to practice good routines, basically. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Please share the channel with your friends, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Yeah.